I could have just tweeted this, but it sounds better if I say it. Okay. When Sound-Margrave finally speaks to Sound Man, because Sound-Margrave comes from another dimension. When Sound-Margrave finally speaks to Sound Man, he's going to ask him, why do you work so hard to save these people? These people don't even like you. To paraphrase the comedian Taylor Tomlinson, Sound-Margrave can say to Sound Man, it's like somebody can't swim, but they jump in on the deep end. And then you're the lifeguard and you jump in to save them. But when you jump in to save them, they drag you down under the water with them. That's what these people are. That's what these people are like. On Earth, in America, in Seattle, where Soundman lives, whatever. That's what these people are like. You keep fighting to save them, and they keep fighting to destroy you. Think about that for a minute. You keep fighting to save them. Soundman saved the universe, then he saved the galaxy. I'm not saying which one. He saved the galaxy, he saved the world, Earth, then he saved the city. But every time he comes back home, black people call him a nigger. Some white people call him a nigger. But mostly black people would be like, fuck that guy. The hell with him. He don't do enough. He don't do enough. He don't do enough for us. And I noticed that about black people in reality. You do all these things and they don't see it because it ain't their business to see you go to college. It ain't their business to see you working on your computer late at night or painting a painting or doing a mural. It ain't their business to know everything that you're doing. But since they don't know everything that you're doing, they will give you credit for 20% of the shit that you've done. But no, you know what? It ain't just black people, because I've been hanging out with some of my white friends, and I meet some of their other friends, and when they heard that I lost my financial aid, they assumed I didn't have a bachelor's degree. Do you know why they assumed that? Because they didn't have a bachelor's degree. They didn't have a bachelor's degree, so how the hell could this black dude have a bachelor's? No, when I lost my financial aid, I was working on my second bachelor's degree, my second. But they assumed. People need to stop downgrading me but that's how I'm going to write Soundman. Soundman saved the universe first. He saved the galaxy. He saved the world. He saved the city. But everybody in America, I haven't been outside the country, but people in America, they're always going to downgrade him. They're always going to talk about him like he's not the lead actor in every play that he's in. He's a singer and he's a lead actor in every musical. Well, except for Les Mis, because in Les Mis he plays Angel Raz, and then when he gets older he plays John Valjean. Wait, yeah, he plays John Valjean when he's older. So like when he's 20 he plays Angel Raz. When he's 30 he plays John Valjean. But in everything else, in Grease he plays Johnny. In everything, Marsalis is always the lead actor. But so why is it people always try to downgrade him? They can't, some people, racist people, can't fathom that somebody black can do something that they've done. And black people, they don't want to give any other black people any support for anything. And they find, it's funny how black people have always found fault with somebody black who's famous, but they don't find fault with drug dealers. If it's somebody that's a drug dealer or committing some kind of crime, they don't criticize that motherfucker. But let it be somebody famous who's black. They demonize famous black men until they become Kanye West. Because it's really funny how, I'm going on a tangent, but it's still valid. The way they treated Kanye West 10 to 15 years ago, you would think it was Kanye West right now. They got on Kanye West 10 to 15 years ago about being arrogant. He don't have to be like that. He don't have to be arrogant. I don't hear you complain about no white dudes being arrogant. You know, the same, I'm just going to say people. The same people who criticize famous black people for little mistakes that they've made, they don't say shit about anybody white who's rich or famous. And these dudes, they've been doing whatever the hell they want to do forever. But let it be somebody black that does something that's a fraction of what they've gotten away with. And they're like, oh my God. I'm putting all that shit in my writing. Because that's what I've seen and that's what I know. So yeah, Sound-Margrave is going to ask Soundman, why the hell are you rescuing these people that don't like your ass? Come on now. I understand you want to be a superhero, but Sound-Margrave used to be Soundman in another dimension. But Sound-Margrave was the one who said, you know what? I'm going to start treating people. Well, no. You can't say, okay, you can't go by, I'm going to treat people the way I want to be treated, because that never really works, okay? That don't work in reality. That don't work with black people. Black people can't live by that. I'm going to treat people the way I want to be treated, whatever. They ass will lock you out of the job. No. Sound-Margrave is going to be like, oh, okay, well, we're going to do everything by the book, by etiquette. So if somebody doesn't say thank you or please or excuse me or whatever, we ain't helping them. That's how Sound-Margrave is going to be. If you don't have proper etiquette, you don't say thank you because he's black, you don't say please or excuse me or whatever because he's black, you treat him differently, then he's going to treat you differently because that's fair. All that altruistic shit, you don't hold Wolverine to those. You don't hold Wolverine and the Punisher to that. You don't see the Punisher turn the other cheek. You don't see the Punisher turn the other cheek. Now, if you step on the Punisher's Converse, he might, look at you and keep walking because he done killed a bunch of people today. But the etiquette is, if there are people that need to be saved, Sound-Margrave is going to save his friends. He's going to save his friends. Or he's going to save people who can help him strategically, politically. And when I say politically, it just means he'll rescue somebody that'll help him later, and that's it. And some people, oh, that's wrong. He should have saved everybody. Well, people shouldn't have been racist against him. If people weren't racist against him, or if people weren't basically calling him an Uncle Tom because he saved a white girl once, can't be nice to white people or you're a sellout. That shit. So the people who don't have their head on right, Sound-Margrave's not messing with. He ain't messing with them. Y'all don't like me. Y'all don't need my help. That's how it goes. You don't like me. You don't need my help. So when you start looking at it, and you start looking at the altruistic nature of the superhero, the stuff that Soundman does, it doesn't make sense. It really, when you know your history and you know what has happened to people in America and how things are set up, it's not fair and equal. And Sound-Margrave is going to hold people to reality. I mean, he's like, he's not the mirror image of Soundman. He's the selfish anarchist. He's not the evil version. He's the selfish anarchist. He's that in-betweener version of Soundman. The more realistic version of Soundman, because everything he does, like, sorry, can't help you. You got a problem with me? That's your problem. That's not my problem. That shouldn't be my problem. He's the one with the powers. You need his help. Show some respect.